Will, Will, out of hour. Will, welcome to the show. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to say first, get well soon to James.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Thank you. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
um,
Have
so
you
I was
ever
calling in
watched the
today
Hake?
because
Have you ever watched the Hake Report?
I've watched a few.
It's an amazing show, Will. Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific time, thehakereport.com. Can you hold for me? I need to take a break, top of the hour break.
Of course,
All right, hold on, Will.
of course.
All right. Now, we'll be done. Back in a moment. Amazing. Let me go back to Will out of hour. I held Will over, and then we'll move forward. Will, thank you for holding. You're on the air.
Yeah, thank you. I called to talk to you about why I'm going to kill myself, unfortunately.
You're going to kill yourself?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, 29.
You say you're going to kill yourself. Unfortunately, why is this unfortunate?
Well, for most people, I guess. For me, I don't care.
And who is it unfortunate to? When you say unfortunate, who is it unfortunate for?
God, maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
And you're 29 years old?
Yes.
And why are you going to kill yourself?
Well, I mean, to start, I'm going to try and make this quick, but, I was pretty much the runt growing up.
You was a what?
Picked on runt.
You were you were
more
a little
than a beta.
You were a little weak guy?
Not physically, but mentally, everybody in my life basically broke me down, from my father to my brother, and even eventually my friends. Basically, just constant bullying every day, and not like teasing, but very, very hateful.
James, you're one notch louder for me would be better. For my mic. So you were bullied in high school. And did you say your father bullied you too?
Yeah, it was my father, my brother, and friends.
And so why did they bully you?
I was an easy target, I guess.
But why though?
I don't know.
Are you the oldest in your family?
No, I have an older brother.
And where is your father now?
We don't really speak much. He just had heart surgery.
Uh-huh. And why don't you ask him and how did he bully you?
He was a drunk, and he would be very aggressive. I remember one time I was kind of a little bit shy, and I wouldn't really talk much, and I had trouble communicating, and I remember him and his friends making fun of me right in front of my face, not even hiding it at all.
Yeah.
And I just sat there. I was like 14.
And why you think were you closer to your mother or something?
He was in prison till I was like 12. So even though I didn't really perceive myself as being closer to my mom, he probably did.
Yeah.
I loved him, and I loved going over to spend the weekend with him.
So they were not married?
No.
Oh, I see. Are you black or white?
I am white.
You're white. And
I feel like I'm black, though.
You feel like you're black? What does it feel like to feel black?
I'm just kidding. I should have said a beta, because there's a lot of good black men out there.
There are? I haven't met any yet.
Okay, so.
And so have you gone to your father and just asked, why did you treat me that way?
No.
You should ask him, see what he has to say about it.
Well, I'm sure, I don't know. Not really concerned with why.
But you are, though. It bothers you that your father treated you that way, right?
It bothers me, but
Wouldn't you want to know why would he treat you that way? What happened that would make him treat you that way? He might not realize that he treated you that way. He might not see it as a big deal.
Right.
So you might be angry at him about something that he meant no harm about. Is that possible?
No, I do believe there was harm intended.
Well, then you should ask so
I
you
know he
know what.
loved me, but I mean, he was also a very angry person.
And so, because of his anger, he treated you that way, right?
Probably, yeah.
Have you? So you have anger too, right?
I do.
Have you treated people in a negative way as a result of your anger?
Uh, for the most part, I try to treat everybody with respect and dignity because I know what abusive words can do.
Have you treated
Not to
people?
say that I was perfect when I was a kid.
Yeah. Have you treated people in a negative way due to your anger?
Probably, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
And would you want those people to be angry at you today because you did something that you couldn't help yourself at the time, something else was controlling you? Would you want those people to be angry at you today about something that happened already?
Um, Not necessarily, but I could understand.
And your father feel the same way.
Yeah.
Have you talked to your mother about this?
Me and my mom don't really talk either.
Why not?
She ended up getting with a Mexican, and she cares more about her stepkids and her
Yeah.
boyfriends or whatever than
Yeah.
us.
Do you live with her?
No, I'm currently on the verge of being homeless at the end of the month
Who are you living with now?
myself.
You have your own place?
Yeah, I have a studio.
Oh, good. And why don't you have a job?
Well, and that brings me to the next point. So a few years ago, I was working at this place, and I've never really had good experience in employment, but, I keep pushing along. So I was working at a pizza place, and the manager, I was next door using the Wi-Fi because the pizza place is connected to a bar and everything. I was out back using the Wi-Fi looking for a place to live. I had no ID, social. I couldn't just prove who I was. So it was very difficult. I was on Craigslist. And he showed up to work drunk, harassed me, almost broke my jaw. He kicked me and punched me.
Your
He went to
boss
jail.
did
I went
that?
to the hospital.
Your boss did that to
Yeah,
you?
my manager.
Did you sue him?
Yes, my manager.
Did you sue him?
No,
Why not?
no.
Why not?
The owner said there was nothing I could do because he wasn't involved.
No, but this guy's your boss. He worked for that company. He is responsible for that.
Right. Well, he said because neither one of us were on the clock and that it happened outside, that I'm basically screwed.
How long ago did this happen?
This happened July of 2017.
Oh, it might be too late now. I was going to tell you go talk to a lawyer. A lawyer would tell you the boss is lying. Or
Yeah.
you could have sued the
And
guy that
then-
attacked you like that.
Are you still there?
Yeah, why did you sue the guy that attacked you in that manner?
Mostly because I have no money, no support. I don't know what to do. I have no car. I just really haven't known really what to do.
You're 29 years
Not
old.
to mention, I know I've been through a lot. This happened when I was like 26, and I had a car before, but I lost it because of tickets and whatnot.
Right.
And so basically, he shoved both of my wisdom teeth up into my skull, and I had to live with that for 16 months. Couldn't get those pulled, and my health has deteriorated. I've lost weight. I had to sleep on the floor. My bones are hurting. And then after that, I worked at Wells Fargo for a year, and that was just a struggle to get by. And I lost my job after a year. I don't really want to
Why
talk
did you
about-
lose your job there?
There wasn't that much that happened with Wells. They basically promised me full time, and then they hired on like 30 temps, and eventually, like, people that were hired on before me, or people that were hired on after me, went full-time before me. And I gave it a year, and I was like, all right, well, I'm done. So, and then I was working for a Brazilian steakhouse here. And after living just through absolute hell and everything, I thought things were going to start going well. I was making good money, and I was working at a restaurant that served good food, and started off really great. And I have to bring this up. So my ex is with a 45-year-old black man, and it breaks my heart. Nothing I can do about it. I tried to move on.
Were you living with her?
We did live together for like 3 years, and it is my fault. I broke up with her, but that's because I can't take care of myself, let alone two people.
Right.
And not to mention I have problems, and she's just better off without me. But
so why are you feeling bad that she's with another? Why? What?
I just feel pathetic, and I don't feel like a man.
Oh, okay. Why are you feeling bad that she's with someone else, and you can handle her anyway? You didn't need her in your life. You should be happy that she's gone.
No, it's more of a psychological thing.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think I'll ever be good enough, and excuse me. So she's with a 45-year-old black man, and I'm working at this Brazilian steakhouse, and I've already pretty much, I try not to think about it, and it is what it is. But I was getting harassed by African Muslim. He's been here for like 10 years, and he would constantly harass me every day and put down white men and talk about how white women love black men and black BBC and whatnot. And he would say some very, very disgusting and hateful things. And I would report it to the staff, the managers, and they just acted like I was making shit up, even though...
Amazing.
It's kind of a hard situation to explain, but...
I understand it. So what?
I just have no faith in employment. I have no faith in this country. We're building $87 million complex for Muslims. We have Sharia law zones. I have no faith in this country. And so on April 1st, I'm going to kill myself because I was a fool to ever think I did.
Oh, that's why you're doing it on April 1st?
April Fool's Day.
Oh.
I'm a fool.
How does your brother feel about all this happening with you?
I don't speak to him.
Why not?
He's an ex-heroin junkie.
Oh. So he has the same problem you are having because your parents failed you guys, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Will, what made you call me to tell me that you're going to kill yourself?
Well, I don't know. I just wanted to tell somebody, and you do good work, and you're a good person, and I just, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but 90% of it, you hit home. I also never believed in God up until a few years ago. Before I believed in him, I blasphemed, and I looked straight up at the sky and said, fuck you. And I believe that's part of the reason why my life is just going to shit. And
you told God to F him?
Yeah, because my life was pretty fucked at that time too. But he showed me that it could get a lot worse.
Yeah.
And then he showed me that he proved to me that he was real. I had no faith, zero faith. And then he proved to me that the earth is flat. And still nothing.
He proved to you that the earth is flat?
I'm one of the reasons why that's even a topic.
You said that God proved to you.
Because I want to shut up about it.
Did you say God proved to you that the earth is flat? What do you mean
He showed me the truth.
What do you mean that you're one of the people who talk about it? Do people know you? Are you known for talking about the flat earth?
necessarily known as like a YouTuber,
Right.
but I would go to NASA's Facebook page and just shit all over them.
Oh, I like your language too. So let me ask.
Sorry about that.
No problem. But let me ask, who told you that you should take your life?
No one.
Someone had to tell you for you to say okay to that. Someone told you. Who told you?
Oh, I mean, when I was growing up, I remember hearing that I sucked at life and I should just go kill myself. And you know what, they're right.
So recently, who told you that you should, by April 1st, on April 1st, you should do it? Who told you that?
No, that's when I chose to do it.
Oh, and so let me ask, do you want to die?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Which one is more prevalent? Yes or no?
I'm not sure.
What do you disagree with me about? You said not all the way across the board that you agree. Is there one thing you disagree with me about?
You know, no matter how much people get along, like even me and my best friend, we're not going to see eye to eye on every issue or
Right.
subject, even if we agree on 95%.
Right.
The only thing that I may disagree with you on is just the influence of the influence of the I don't even know how to say this. Just basically, okay, here, I'm going to say it in a proper way. Because last time I called, I was not able to say it the way that I wanted to.
Oh,
and
you called me before?
Those who claim, yes, one time.
Okay.
But the reason that the world and the reason that division is being caused is because of those who claim they are Jews but are not really Jews, but are of the synagogue of Satan, mentioned by Jesus Christ himself.
Do you love the Jews?
Yes and no, but that's also, I'm an angry person. I don't even love myself.
Yeah.
So.
So you disagree with me about the Jews?
A little bit.
And
But you're right in saying that I shouldn't hate them, because I don't hate them, because I do know that there's good and bad in all, you know, like
Yeah.
there's good and evil, there's good Jews, and there's, you know.
So do you want to live?
But I'm specifically talking about the ones who I don't.
If you want to live, I can tell you what to do to live, and you'll have a great life. It'll be amazing.
Okay.
Do you want to live?
There's a chance.
I need to know first. Do you want to live or do you want to die?
I want to live.
Okay. You got to, number one, you got to drop the anger, because it's the anger that is causing you to believe that you want to die. Because any person who has anger, Satan is their daddy, and they'll believe it in lies in their imagination. Satan talked to you in your head, and he made you believe things that are absolutely not true. And when you believe them, you're dying rather than living. He keeps you angry. He gives you a false sense of hope, but it doesn't work. So you got to drop the anger, and then everything will open up to you. So you got to forgive your father. He couldn't help himself, just as you can't help yourself when you were bad to people or when you feel like you want to die and all that. Your father couldn't help himself. Your mother can't help herself. They're in a fallen state. Their parents messed them up too. And so if you forgive them, then God will forgive you, and your whole world will open up. And all the things that you want out of life will start to happen. But you got to forgive first. And you got to forgive your parents, especially your father. Otherwise, you would never know God, because your father represents God on earth. He's the son, as you are the son. But you got to forgive so you can know that. And then you'll feel better, you'll see better. But you got to let the anger go. It's not true that you want to die. Satan has convinced you that you want to die. That's why he's keeping you angry so he can convince you of a lie. Because if you kill yourself, you're going to be traveling through that tunnel. You hear the people talking about that they go through a tunnel with light in it and they see their whole life. You've heard that before?
Yes.
That's what you're going to see, and you're going to regret that you kill yourself, and it's not going to turn out very well. But all you have to do is
I
forgive.
agree.
All you have to do is forgive. Your whole world will change. Whatever has happened, and it doesn't exist anymore except in your mind. That's why you have to doubt every thought. It's not real what you believe.
It's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard anyone say. Because I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say it before you, but I remember on a previous show you said you have to doubt every thought, and
Yes.
it is such a profound idea because most people don't realize that their thoughts are not their own.
That's right. Absolutely. They think they create thoughts, and they think that there are their thoughts. And so that's what Satan wants to do. He's a deceiver, so he's playing you. He's playing God by pretending to be God and pretend to be you in your head. That's why it looks like you hear your own voice telling you these things. He's imitating you. He's trying to pretend he's God. Will you at least give that a try to doubt every thought? Are you doing
I will.
Are you doing my silent prayer?
I have not.
Well, start the silent prayer, Will. And you may disagree with the Jews, but don't hate them. Because there are good Jews
Right.
and bad Jews, good blacks and bad blacks, and good whites and bad whites. It's just good and evil in the world. And if you don't have hate, you'll overcome evil.
Thank you, Jesse.
Will you try that?
I will. I will.
Do you feel better already?
I do, but I got a long way to go.
No, don't worry about the long way. God can change your life in the twinkling of an eye, at the batting of an eye. You can change. Don't look at the long ways to go. Just live for now. All you have is right now, and just live in the presence of God. Don't think about the future or the past because they don't exist right now. You're already where you should be. You don't have a long ways to go. You're already there. What do you think about that?
Thank you. I think you are 100% right when you say that Jesus and God can change your life in an instant.
Yeah. Go and forgive your father.
I've seen miracles.
Yeah. Hey, Will, go and forgive your father and mother. And what you do is just say, you know what? I'm sorry for resenting you guys for the way you are. Because your pain is coming from your resentment. Your pain is not coming from what they did to you anymore. It's coming from the resentment. So your soul is disconnected from God. But if you forgive your parents, God will forgive you. Don't ask for forgiveness from them. You forgive them. They can't help themselves. They love you. They just can't help themselves. Forgive them. God will forgive you. Do the silent prayer and call me in a week and let me know how it's going.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Will you do that?
I will.
Okay. Do the silent prayer video. Go forgive your parents and call me in a week. We'll get this done.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right,
God
buddy.
bless.
You too, Will.